You looked over the questions last night, right? Just making sure.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I looked over them this morning.
Oh, okay.
So I'm SD Holman. That is capital S, capital D, no spaces, no periods. That is my professional art name. And my actor's name is Shara. I have to say my one true name. And most folks call me Sid. It's my nickname. And I identify as an artist. I identify as a butch, genderqueer, leather dyke, and I'm pagan and Jewish. Well, one might say that I was, a troublemaker since I popped out of the room. So I had to really embrace that as an identity to be able to survive.
What kind of prompted you to become a cowboy?
Well, I've always loved animals. I have an affinity with animals. I often say, animals like me better than people do. And it was funny coming from LA, but it was, many times people just said you're kind of a natural here. I'm actually really a country person at heart. It was an amazing time in my life. But, I was an artist and, we were broke, we had nothing. People often think of the country as a safe place, but it's not often safe for queers. It's harder to be as queer as I am to be out in that. It's more dangerous. I've been an actor in many things, and one of the roles that I got was a role on a show called Madison. First queer out series regular in a TV show. My part was supposed to go for one season. It went for 3 seasons. And that is 4 years about before Ellen DeGeneres came out. Of course, we all know what happened to her, that she got canceled. So I'm told that the reason this show was not syndicated was because of my character. I would say the Pride and Art Society and Queer Arts Festival and some gallery have inadvertently become my legacy. I did really find a place where I fit, so I wanted to make that place for other artists. I had joined the Pride and Art Collective, which started in 1998. I was a participating artist, and I wanted to make it professional, and at the same time bring it to more of an audience, people that needed to see it. I would like to think I think we've changed the face of art in Vancouver. There are places for artists that there weren't. I didn't have support as a child through my family, and that support came first from my wife, who supported, every little precious thing I did was like gold. I'm very proud of the relationship that I had with my wife who died, Catherine. It was a big, gigantic, romantic love story. After my wife died, I kind of didn't want to be, I had finally found my place kind of in the world in some ways with the Queer Arts Festival and creating that. But then I was so broken. I felt like I was kind of only half there, even though I was there like really 250%. It took me, 10 years of doing it to realize that I'd actually become a workaholic as a way of kind of, I guess, getting through the loss. What advice would I give to young queers today? Know your allies and really, really make an effort to try and call people in rather than call people out. Know your histories. Find your histories, because we get erased over and over again. Everything that we have fought for can be taken away at any moment. You have to uncover those histories. We're constantly uncovering these histories that the bigots they take away from us. There are people who have come before And not that it's all been done before, right? Not that it's all been done before, but that we build on the histories, right? Like in our histories is the great, fabulous queers that, you know, have come before. You know, keep those radical queerdos close to our hearts and our histories.
Great. Perfect. All great advice.
It's hard to just talk about yourself.
Oh my god.
Right? It's exhausting.
Gosh.
Me.
What was 6-part Netflix series?
Yeah, right. My pronoun is R.